Okay, I'm back. So I just added one of my changes for the three programs that I fixed this because it's an important fix. Maybe people are trying to use and not complain to me because I don't know why not, but they should tell me things. So this is fixed. Did I yeah, the preset pack also add. I'm not going to use for Wusik Station another file type. So I'm just using the Wusik 4K sound for all three programs because it's not very used. But the presets have to be different because the three programs have different preset types. So that's why it's different. But the sounds, they all share the same type of sounds. So now, from what I see, I can use this for the flag and see what happens now. Instead of wave, I'm going to just go to use flag, audio format writer, and it writes to the output string which I already have here. Check if this is correct. It looks correct. I just have to check if this is going to save the file the way I want. And another thing I forgot to add yesterday is the size of the preset before I write the preset information here. So I have the X and I have to write set block. I forgot to write that. But I need the preset size. When loading, I can just load to memory and then handle a preset. Okay, so this is correct now. It's going to give me X, the file format, if it's compressed or not. And I also have to create an option for FLAC, or maybe the compressor is going to be FLAC. I'm going to try to see what happens if I just write as FLAC instead. So instead of this, I'm going to have to write in another way. Let me check here first. This is going to be trashed. So let's say 32 bits compressed maybe. So here where things happen. So I'm just going to test first. If it works good, then I'm going to bother with the actual code. File to put sample rate. Do I have sample rate somewhere? Oh, that's another thing. Should I add a sample rate? Yeah, I'm forgetting this too. That's not good. But where is that added? Root key, channels, sample rate. Oh, I forgot that one. Do that. Channel samples, loop start of the end, and sample rate. So many things you have to worry about. Channels is there. The high key low, loop end, loop start, root key. Okay, now it's completed. Now let's add sample rate here. Number of channels. That's right. 24 bits. Pointer is the Quality option. Now what should be the quality for FLAC files? I'm going to leave 0 for now because I don't know what's going to be. But at some point I will have to figure it out. So XS and sound sample data 0 X sound and samples. So that should write. And if stereo, maybe I could just use another format here, but I'm not going to bother with it. If it's stereo, I'm just going to create a new one for the stereo, and I have to write decay. How do I get the second channel? Oh, I don't have to bother because it's going to write both channels here from what I'm going to understand. Yeah, so I don't have to bother about the stereo option here. Okay, let's test this one out. I remember I added 3 sounds and then save it, so I'm just going to do the same thing now. So I'm going to add the sample player, this one, 3 layers, and then I'm going to save it. This is going to be FLAC format, but 24 bits. Oh, that doesn't work. Why not? Let me check what I'm doing incorrectly. The problem with the loop start and loop end is not a problem because I have it here. And I'm trying to save inside the actual file, so it's just going to be the same with the zip. It's not going to be different. I'm just trying to understand what I'm doing wrong here. Let me check if it did save something. It started saving something. Let me check what it was included in the file. Looks like the second sample produced a problem. Yeah, starting to load the first sample. This is the first sample. Yeah, that's going to work. Just have to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Something simple, probably. XMD. Okay, so I have another X. That's just strange. Okay, here start a sample. It's the second sample. had problems. So I think the right way to do this is not like this. It's like, I don't know what. I have to go on before anything else here. Then I created it here. Oh no, 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 that's not good. This is correct because I have to write it here. There's something I'm missing, probably. Something simple. Creator of writer for file output, sample rate, channels. It could be it's not releasing the file. No, it's not that. So let me try again. There's another thing I forgot to do. And I'm going to do in a minute. It's still crashing. Strange, because it is writing something. It writes the first sample and it stops. I'm using this one. Yeah, that should do it. But I have to add another thing that I forgot. Save preset. Put some music the other day. I don't follow what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Let me find my option here. Can you listen to the music that's on the background here? Because if you can, it's going to be a problem to my visual later. But otherwise, it's not a problem. There is an option that I can add copyright-free music, but it's just, I haven't checked it out yet. It's on the Twitch site here. I have to add this shoot. So it's on 3 view. Okay. Okay, I'm going to check those options later on. I'm still learning a few things out. Anyway, this should do it. And this should do this too. So I'm fixing two things at once. Because there is here the option save preset and save preset with samples. Yeah, I forgot to add that one, so now it's working. So let's try again. 3. I can click here, save preset the samples, or on the preset name. This 32 bits compressed. Then I'm going to change that. Okay, it's saving now. Should take a bit of. It's actually faster than zip format. Ooh, it's much smaller. Look this. 46. Let me try the uncompressed 16 bits. But it should be the same as it was before. Oh, this is much nicer. Maybe just could leave like 32 bits, or just leave this option because there's no need for another option. What do you guys think? Just leave the flag option. Doesn't even I don't even have to say flag. Just say compressed because it's very fast. Compressed very fast. I'm very impressed with the flag format. Let me compare to uncompressed. Let me write again uncompressed 60 bits. It's even faster than writing on 60 bits. That's crazy. So you can see here's the uncompressed 16 bits, and this is the compressed 24 bits. Yeah, maybe I'm just going to leave like this option because it's much better, it's much faster, and the code will be much smaller. I just have to test if I can load this, but I should be able to load it. Well, thank you for pushing me to do this. See, sometimes I moan, bitch, and complain, but I do things. It's not a problem. Okay, I just want to check something here on my computer before I can continue. Just let me. I'm just going to do some tests here of my microphone because 16-bit compressed. But the 16-bit compressed is larger than the 24-bit compressed. Because actually, let me see. Sorry, maybe I just got confused. Let's see. Here's the compressed 16 bits is, yeah, it's larger. It's still larger. Maybe the flex 16 bits. I'm going to check in a minute. Just let me check something here. Just a minute. Yeah, it's larger. It's still larger. Maybe the flex 16 bits. I'm going to check in a minute. Just let me check something here. Just a minute. So, okay, what I'm checking is, yeah, it's larger. It's still larger. What I'm checking here is just if my microphone was not catching up the music I'm listening. Otherwise, they complain because you can't do that. Okay, let me check this 16 bits now. Mhm. Unless, of course, this is not writing both channels, but should be writing both channels. So I don't think that's the problem. Okay, let me see if it's here. So let me write again. This time I'm going to be a 16 bits flag. Just putting 32 bits compressed just so the code goes, but it's 16 bits. Okay, let's see now. Well, it's almost the same size as the 24 bits. But, well, what I'm doing here, you were asking about SFZ to FLAC, but what I'm doing here, I'm just writing my own format here. So as I write my own format, I'm just writing to a FLAC file. Maybe if there's no such tool, maybe we could take like 2 days of the week and I just go and create a command line using the latest juice and make open source so I can use the latest juice for free. And then I just make open source and option that is going to take the files and just handle the files, because it's not hard, because when you have a wave file you can read the loop start and loop end like I'm doing here. I have the loop start and loop end on memory already, and just writes down to the correct format. What I'm going to do now is, to be honest, I'm just going to leave no options, just going to compress because it was very fast, the file is much smaller, and is not presenting me any problems with it. So I'm going to remove the compress option, and the code is going to be much smaller too. Because there is no point on not leaving compressed. It's really impressive how fast it was compressed. And to load is going to be fast too, because it has less data to load from file. So that should be it. Yes, I can add that option later on, just to remind me of that. But I think the best way is just create a batch tool that can convert several files, otherwise we have to go one by one. So from the looks of it, what I'm going to do now, I'm just a bit worried that this is not saving, because it's very small. It's like half the size. Let me check a few things here. I don't care sharing for free. It's not the problem. I'll write from audio sample buffer. Let me see if there's other options here. Write from float arrays. Okay. Sample data. Get wave pointer. Get array of channels. With wave pointer. Wave pointer. Our channels. And our samples. Data. Get. number of channels and data get number samples. So we're going to try this. Get read pointer. What's complaining? Get read. Oh, okay. Channel number 0. 0. As I say, I like to really test things out. So, okay, oh, what I complain about? Constant float. Huh? Is this broken? Let's complain. Oh, I found a bug on the reader. So buffer, search for the race. So what I'm doing here, I'm just making sure that it's writing the stereo file the right way. Because I just want to be totally sure it's not doing something wrong. Sorry. So that should do it. Because it's just too small. And I don't trust computers. Call it second attempt. Oh, okay. There goes. Because the code is broken somewhere. I have to fix it now. Photorays, let me find it. Strange. Channels, number source, channels. You work with that. It's not a bug, it's something I never saw. Interesting. How do I know that this is correct? Well, what we're going to do, we're going to create now the loading part of the code, and then I'm going to bother with this. I'm not going to remove everything I just created before, because maybe I will have to leave some options there. So, okay. I remember I was creating something the other time. I think. Okay. So this is the saving, but now I have to check the load preset. Not this one, this one. Select change. Okay, this is where the preset gets loaded. So I have to add the new formats here. Let's get preset back. And also here. And I'm going to erase the older ones because they're not correct. This is the only one actually correct. Actually, I have to redo it again because I'm going to remove some options. So, let me check here. I have my loading process code here. I'm going to have to create another code. Well, so it's this one here. Need to put samples again. And from file name. I forgot something here. Oh yeah, the class name. Don't stop. Okay. Huh. Oh my eyes. My eyes start to get dry. But preset samples. I should do this in a different way actually. What's doing here? Oh yes, because there's the preset. I have to. There's another thing here. Forgot this one on the preset list. Where is being created? There is several options that I have to take care of. And if I forgot one, it's not good. This is the search option. I have to add a preset back as well. Well, I don't think I have to. I have to test this one later. Maybe I don't have to actually explicitly tell that. But here I have to check. So this is a string. What is this? String array. Okay, so this file. Get file without extension. Compare to substring. Now last get that. Less characters, number of characters 4, and compare if it has spec on the name. Call 0 if, then it loads a preset pack, otherwise it's going to load a regular preset. Jesus, that's a lot of stuff. So get the file name without extension, get the last 4 characters, looks for pack. That's good. That should do it. Now I have to search for the other preset loading. It's from the file tree browser. It's here. We'll have to compare this one with file. I don't need this anymore. It's file on the processor instead of get effect. And it's going to load file full path name. Okay, everything is set now. Now I can start loading the actual thing. Now, at some time I will have to load from this one, but I'm not going to bother with that for now. So what you have to do now oh my eyes, is a long process of loading the presets and loading the legacy presets. It's a lot of stuff. And now this is the regular preset. So it finishes up, and I have to ignore some article equals false. So let me think. I'm going to load all the preset, and at some point I will have to load the sound information, which is on the file. I think I'm going to do this here on the same area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another variable which tells me The file name I'm loading. Let me think. No, maybe this I don't need to. Well, let's start with the basic file name. So now I have the file, and I have to check create output stream. Where is input? Oh, it's input. Again, that gets me confused sometimes. The input stream will allow me to read from the file. Okay. So I need an input stream now. Input stream. I'm just going to call this. And the last thing I'm going to do is kill it. I think I should do that. Now I have to check if everything's okay. Are you talking about skins for Wusik Station? Oh yes, more skins, the better. Oh yeah, I'm always open for new skins because it's really good to have more options. Artuvira already did some nice skins for Wusik Station 8000, 4000, and also for Wusik Station. I don't know, for Wusik Station maybe she didn't do that. No, she didn't have time to do that. I recall. So now I'll open the file and let's check. I have to copy now what goes on the file. So, oh yeah, Artuvia didn't have time to create other screens, sadly. I'm going to comment some parts of the code I'm not going to use. I'm not going to work with the compressor format anymore. And instead of bit format, I'm just going to pass. Let's see. Can I pass 0 here? Yes, I can. I don't know why I bother, because it is a variable. Go figure. So what do I have first is x. I'm going to write. I'm going to do something instead. I'm going to just write this. So now it's a back file. This is going to address and the version number. Version number is 0. That's good to have. Always good. So if I change something later in the game, I just can have another version type. And here I'm not going to bother with the compressing and bitrate. Electronico. I'm listening to Kraftwerk. It's just a shame that I can't just stream the music. But well, what you going to do? That's just life. Now it's compiled the whole thing again because I changed some options. At least this computer is very fast. Well, of course. So let's check things out now. That's a heck load of stuff to do. So I created a new format now, just for the sake of doing it. So now it's not going to bother with the size of things. Just going to save it. Okay, save it. Refresh tree, image preset, in image pack. Yeah, that's correct, because I did something wrong. I know. Don't worry. I have to fix this now. Just doing some tests. The preset pack is here. And now, load preset samples. It's not loading the way I wanted. Let me check my load presets. Continuous. Sonido electrónico. Okay. Where is this portion here? Select on change. Back. Strange. Back. Should be working. Check again. Your ring preset data. Should load in the incorrect one. Strange. Let me check. Maybe this is not correct. Sometimes I have to double check things out. Mm-hmm. Neat. Oh, of course. Yeah. Is the file extension that I'm looking at, and I loaded the wrong thing. Get file extension. Get file extension. Get less for that. That's correct. I have to fix on the other area too. Okay, that's correct. Music. Stop. Okay, that's correct now. Now I just have to take care of the rest of the stuff. So here we go. Only this, only this, only this, only this. So let me check things out again. X0. I'm just going to copy this to Notepad can really help sometimes, because when you have too much stuff to remember, sometimes you need to go back and forth and check what's happening. So let me check now here. Char header 3. So I have my string here. Let me load 3 bytes. Read. It's string. Can I read it string? Here's no. That's not what I want. I just read stuff. Oh, here I can read here. Bytes to read. Okay, so this is what I want. X header 3 bytes. Now, if X header is string of X header, compare ignore case. Pack should be pack. Not 0. Represent another error. Error doesn't find. Just create a code because it's easier to understand if someone tells me the file is not working in that code, and I just say, well, looks like the file is corrupted. Corrupted file. Now I have to get the version number 8. So equals read byte. So you have reading the 3 byte header and the version number. Actually, I'm not going to bother with the version number here, because if it's not 0 or anything, because we just have one file format for now, so we're not going to check for it. Now we have to load the size of the preset block. Preset size equals read int. That's it. Now I can read my preset file. Create a memory block now. Memory block x preset. Can I determine the size? Yes, I can. X preset size and not initialized, which is the default. Now I'm going to load. So I just use the same format as this one. Not you can use another direct load, no read. I'm just going to use this instead. I'm going to load the preset into the memory. preset get data, and the number is preset size. Okay, this should load the preset into memory. And now we do load preset from the data, not a file, and the data is going to be this one. Data size x preset size, and the last one we don't have to bother about. Well, the new version I'm working now, that I have added a lot of stuff, maybe like 1 or 2 weeks away, I don't know, because we have to test it, and there's not a lot of people testing out. But I'm testing here live mostly of the stuff, so it seems to be working. But we have to double check stuff out. Now, there's one thing I have to check here. This one. Okay, it seems to be okay that I can do this. And this is going to be released late in the game. So this is loading the preset, so let me check if it's loading correctly. What should be. Do you guys know this? Is there a shortcut key that I can press that's going to show me the toolbar? Because like here I'm on full screen on my compiler, and I have to switch somewhere else to see the toolbar. That's kind of lame. Oh, it loads the preset, so it loaded, but this is load this sound from the disk, not from the preset, so though it's not ready yet. Oh sure, yeah. I think Costas, I think you are the one that's sending me emails with reports. If not, it's not you, it's somebody else, and I was able to fix most of the stuff I got on the email. Some stuff are not actual bugs; there's actually like bad features. But I should be able to improve things with time. So okay, let me check things out here again. So when I load the file here, I should use the ignore sound data equals true. So now what I'm going to do is here when I load the preset, I send the data information to the modules, the sound modules. So it's going to be after the legacy preset loading. You can see why sometimes I get a bit crazy, because there is a lot of code in this. It's a lot of stuff. Now, yeah, that's you. Okay, thanks for doing that. That's very good. That's very useful for me, because I'm just here doing stuff on my own, and sometimes I really don't know how to do stuff, and that really helps me out. So let me think now. I have to tell the modules not to load any sound information, especially the sample player. Actually, just the sample player. It's just the only module that handles samples. The draw wave oscillator, it works in another way. So it's on a special data here. So you load the modules, then I send special information to the modules. Extra module data, that's the call I use. But what I have to do now, um, it's 2 times, but the first time 4. This is the master layer probably. Oh no, this is the legacy. Oh, this is saved presets getting special that information, and this is sending. To have the getting and the sending. Thanks, dude. Thanks for telling me I'm doing okay because I do get lost at times, especially at type. So I'm going to create this thing here. Get sample player ignore sounds. So when this is received, the next call is going to be to ignore the actual sample information. Editor set here. Ignore. Use it. I have to send this. It looks messy, but it's not. It's actually very well thought. Pointer 0. Or use it. Okay. Just a minute. I'm just changing something on my music, which is annoying me. Just a second, guys. Okay, launch processor. Where is it? Ignore some data. Yes, okay, that's the one. And it should be reset at the end. Ignore some data. Yes, okay, that's the thing. Now I have to check the sound name of this. Next. We'll do that. I don't recall anymore. Because I don't want to do that for every single module. It's not a problem per se, because the other modules are just going to ignore this call. I think it's faster than just checking for this actual module name, so I'm not going to bother with that. So here I'm ignoring that. Now I have to, on the sample player, I have to actually check for that. Let me check here. Sample player, where is it? Here. Sample player. I'm going to do the same thing I was doing with the other guy. Come on, dude. special data, set special data. Okay, so now we have this setup here. Here I receive the extra module data. Okay, that should do it. Actually, no, it's not here. It's here. I'm not ignore the sounds. I load the sounds. Otherwise, I just bypass the sounds. Or actually, no, it's not like that. No, I have to do something. I have to do it in two ways. Okay, let me think. Hmm. Ah, no, that's not correct. I have to do some hack here. It's going to be a bit harder, but it's not a problem. Or I have to check if it's going to work the way I'm expecting, because what I want here is that it create a blank, an empty layer, sound layer, and then I'm just going to later add the sound information to it. But I have to check the internal creation process of this class here to check this, if I can create a blank one, or otherwise it's just not going to work. But it should be okay. The other one is okay. It's doing something. I don't know it's doing what I'm expecting to do. Looks okay from what I can see. It's tricky. Hmm. Let me do some tests here. I'm going to load more than one layer. I'm going to load 3 layers here. And I'm going to save it. Save it. Mm-hmm. I want to create an empty zone, but it looks like I have to create something. I'm just going to create something here just for testing. Hmm. Because I like to double check stuff before advancing with the code, just to be sure it's going to work the way I expect it to work. Let me put this one channel, sample 100, sample start 0, and center separate. Is more for testing. But of course, if I try to play this, it's going to crash bad. I don't want to do that. Come on, dude. Just work it out. Oof. Okay. Let's see, it's going crazy. Okay, so I have the 3 layers. Okay, hi. Information is correct. Of course, it's going to go crazy because I'm using bogus information. Bogus. Bogus. That's a funny word. Okay, let me check things out here. So I'm just going to comment this out. Home to my country. So let me check what I'm doing here. Let's check if there's a way I can check the preset information that I needed now. Somewhere what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I have my preset has been loaded, but not the samples, not the sounds. I just have this trash information here. because it's not reading from the file, but it has information from where it was before. So it's nice too, because you can see that, oh, on the computer I was working, it was on this place. It's just, and what was the file name. So that's nice to have this option. Now I just have to load from a pack file instead. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this call, and I'm going to add two other options to it. Where is this guy? Here. Put preset samples, and I'm going to add another option to it. The file name, load audio data. So I can just use the same call for both things. Oh, I forgot to add that by default it's going to be false. It's false. So the first thing I do is I load the preset samples, then I load the preset, then I need to ignore the sound data. Okay. And now I have to have another variable here. I'm going to create a string to hold it up, my string preset samples file name. File name. Okay, that should do it. Then float audio data, otherwise going to load this guy instead. It's a bit crazy, but it should work. Because what happens is here, before the end, I'm going to take care of that. Ignore audio sound. There we go. That should do it. Because this is happening on a different thread. So I can't just load samples while the audio processing is being done, otherwise it's going to crash the whole thing. So it has to be done on a different thread. So it's safe to do there. So I have my audio data here. Preset size. I can do everything here actually. And you know what? I'm going to be a bit more clever. 3 and 4. So version is going to be inside the header. There's no need to do the way I was doing. It's better this way. Because the header is the P, C, K, and the version number as a byte. So I can just read the 4 bytes here. then the size of the preset. So if it's audio data, I'm going to just just jump. Let's hope I can jump and just go ahead. Seek, skip next bytes. Oh, thank goodness for that. I'm going to skip the size of the preset because I already loaded the preset. And then I'm going to start loading the actual audio data, which is in this format. Okay, now it's a good time to change a few things up, but maybe not. Okay, now I have to check for the layers. My nose. Sorry for Mr. Sniffles, but I have all sorts of allergies. That sucks. And I think if I talk too much, it affects my nose somehow. Because usually, if I'm watching TV or stuff like that, it doesn't start running like it is now. Anywho, let me check. Let me think a bit. So I'm going to read the first information here. So file, file. And all this string read byte equals s. It's the sample. As long as I have the byte is an s. Is an s. Sorry, the letter s. Never mind. Sometimes my English gets in the way. That's so silly. So I have to get the inside it. It's a chair actually. Chair x layer x equals extreme byte and chair x instance equals extreme byte. That's the thing I'm reading now. Then I have to read. I just hope it's giving me the bytes in the right order. I just hope it is. It shows me the char, so I don't know. So it's W layers, W layers, X layer, and then I have to find. There's a generator list for this for sounds. Get module for sounds. I don't recall what's module for sound. I have to check it out again. Come on, dude! Come on! I don't know. I don't even know that I'm saying that sometimes. Just, come on! Now, what's module for sounds? Sample player and drawable oscillator. Oh, it gets the first one. That's nice. It's nice that I have that. So I should get the first one if x instance equals 0. I just can go ahead and just get first one. Then there's more than one. I have to worry about that later. I just want to worry about that now. Get more for sounds. Okay. Well, where's my module? Oh, this is already the module. Okay. So what I'm doing now, I'm going through the whole file. I'm loaded presets without the sounds, and then I I load every option from the presets and send to the sample player. Now I have to tell the sample player now is a good time to load samples. That's what the sample player should do now. Now should be back sample player import waveforms. And that's what's going to happen now. Set special data. Wusik 4000 modulation special data. Sample player import waveforms. And then I just pass the input stream that I'm using, which is FX string. That's a load of stuff to do. Size 0. Then I have to worry about other instances of the sample player layer. I'm not going to worry about that now, because I'm just doing just mostly for one sample player per layer. Can just remove these brackets here. Now I should go to the sample player and handle this call here. Oh, so lovely. Okay, set special data. Go on very last option here. Else if type equals this one, special data type. So now I have to check how I did on the process here and load this out. So you can see here from what I'm looking is that I again have the mode, the volume, all the options here on the sample pack itself, which I really don't need because I already have on the preset. So what I'm going to do is just ignore this because I don't need this. Small flying thing here. This is redundant, I think is the word I'm looking for. File name into the volume, because it's the actual layer size. Layer parameter, sorry. Yeah, don't need that. That's what I was talking the other day. It's very painful because sometimes you start coding. Usually what you do is you write down the whole process that what you're going to do. But I don't like to work that way because I'm a bit different. But this leads to overworking and having to erase stuff after. But I don't mind. I don't care. As long as it works in the end. So what I do need is the number of actual layers, which is being loaded up here. Okay. So I'm going to redo this and resave it. My preset file. My test files are here. I'm going to erase it. And redo the file. Just let it compile again. Oh boy. That's a lot of stuff to do. But I'm very close to finish up just this. So 2 days for this is not bad. 2 days or 3 days. I don't even recall. I think it's good. Man, this computer is much faster. Whoa. My notebook takes forever to compile this. Okay, let me load the sounds I was playing around with later. And save the preset again with the correct format. Later I'm going to try to put some progress bar to tell me what's going on. But for now it's just going to be this. Okay, so it's loading up correctly. And let me take a look at the preset again. Now what I'm looking for is check. So many options. Starts with the PCK and the preset and then just the S letter. What is it here? I'm going to find several ones. That's not going to help me a lot. So just go try to. I'm just checking out if the files the correct order. Here you go. One layer, version 0. Ah, instance 0, sorry. What's it? 355, 7, 2. Okay, let me check what are those options again and where things start. Okay, W. Oh, is the size. Sample size. What's the sample size? Was the number of layers. So you have 3 layers. Then the ladder I was expecting, and then we have the byte ladder for sound. Then we should have the number of channels, 2 channels. Then the number of samples. Okay, it's working. That's good. Okay, close this thing here, and close this also. Then I can. Okay. Yeah. When my mind is good, I can do a lot of stuff. But sometimes I lose an entire day looking for one silly mistake I do. That upsets me a lot. But that's how programming works, because you do one little mistake and it can be very painful. So that's why I try to really focus and think well. Otherwise, they're going to be hell to pay. So let me check here. We have I have to open another notepad here. We have the sample layers, then you go through all this process here, and this is what I'm looking for when reading the preset. So what's the small one? Or when there are no sounds, we'll have the small guy there. Okay, that's not a problem. Import waveform. So what I'm going to do here? We have the file output equals data, but in this case is a file input. File output string, file input source. No, it's file input stream. Input stream. Okay, now I can start reading from the stream, and I'm going to check first the numbers, how many layers we have. Instead of file out, I'm going to file input. So file input. Let's read something from the file input. File input, would you tell me so kindly what's the size of my layers? How many layers we have? Then we start the process of reading those layers. Now I'm going to read. We have the chair. I can just read it directly. File input. If it's empty, I still have to create it, so there is no way around it. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to check how I create my layers of sounds here when I'm reading from the preset data. So what I'm going to do here is just tamper with the code a bit. Okay, I see. I already have the layers. So that's correct. If I have this, not going to import a waveform. Sometimes you can get very lost on the code. I have to remember now. I don't remember so many things that I have to add and check and everything else. Okay, sample layers. Okay, let's see. Sample layers. Then the number of layers I'm working. That should do it. Now I'm going to have to load all these options. I'll have to check how I wrote these options. The first option is the double, which already load up. So all these options I don't need actually, because they're already on the presets, so I can totally bypass this. What I have to do now is import the waveform actually. So I have to do this on the sound. Okay, so we have the sample layers. I think now sounds. I'm thinking. Ah, I see. I see. I see. Very easy. Now we have another. We have a while loop here. While file input read equals the sound, because I'm going to load sound by sound now. So now I have this guy here. Sounds add sample layer sounds new sample layer sounds, and then I have to add all the information here. Number of channels, so it's going to be, you know what, I'm going to put in the same order. They're right. Well, that could be tricky. Yeah, that could present some problems. Next channel. So we have channels. Samples. That's a lot of things to do. Samples, then key high, key low, velocity high, velocity low, velocity. Let's put here like key high, key high. Come on, dude. Key low. Velocity high, velocity. Oops, velocity low. There are bytes. Then we have loop start, loop end, and sample start. Loop start, loop end, loop start, loop end, sample rate, sample rate, loop, no, it's loop end and loop start. See, one little mistake can mess up the whole thing. Loop end, loop start, and then sample rate, and then you should have the header char, which should be the K, which I'm just going to ignore for now. So let's go here again. We start with the channels, samples, loop start, loop end. Where's my root key? Oh, it's after velocity low. Another mistake. Extrude. So many things. Root key. Oh, come on, why you do that to me? Don't be like that. Root key, sample rate. Sample rate. I hate when you do that. I don't want to be all day just trying to figure out something so simple. Where am I? Sample rate. Velocity low. X velocity low. X velocity high. X key low. X key high. That's the whole shebang. Okay, we're getting somewhere, dude. Now we'll get the last one. Get last, and we should have the sample data, which is an audio sample buffer, which should be able to read. Now we should be able to read from this guy. This guy is. I have to copy again. This guy. Let's go up here. So I'm not going to import this anymore. Now I'm going to load the file. Audio format writer is going to be audio format reader. Create reader. Now the reader, let's see how the reader works. Input stream, so it's file input. Delete stream if open fails no. Never delete stream. Please, just be nice to my little guy. And we don't need this other stuff here. It's going to be xreader. Delete and 0 xreader. Xreader read audio format reader. No. Wait a minute, there's something missing here. There's something wrong. Yeah, xflag. Sometimes you name this stuff in the wrong way. Let me rename that because that's not going to be nice. Xflag. Okay, much better. Just rename stuff sometimes just so it shows a correct name. I'm starting to get hungry. Okay, just a minute, guys. Just one minute, actually 1 minute. Oh, my legs. Okay, I'm back. Just got some tissues for my nose. Okay, create a reader for audio. Have the reader, and I have the reader. Read samples. Change of samples. It's not what I want. Wait, wait. It's not what I was expecting. Wood. Sample input. Okay. Well, that's one thing. Let me check how I did it on a WAV file. Not this one. I have an import option somewhere. Let me see how I import WAV file. I don't recall anymore. Player, don't play. But I know somewhere I'm importing the files, and uh, oh here, import the file SFCZ with sound, audio format reader, wait reader for okay. Interesting. Audio sample buffer. Audio format reader. Looks like I'm doing something a bit wrong here. I should use the format manager. Wait reader for. That's the guy I should be using. So it's not like this. It's string. Okay. Now it should work. Let's see. Audio sample buffer. Okay. Okay. Now see this guy here. So many options. Page. Destination channels. Audio sample buffer. Sample destination number of samples. Do we have this? Should have. Yeah, they have. Okay, let's see. I'm doing something wrong here. Destination channels. Start sample source. Few leftover copies. No, I'm not going to bother. There's really no. Why are you complaining? Sample data. Audio sample buffer. Audio sample buffer. Okay. Buffer. Destination samples. Number of samples. Destination. Use reader left channel. Whew. That should be correct. We're complaining now. Charter bar. Buffer. Oh, okay. Casting. Casting sometimes can be a pain in the neck. Not see other thing. Okay, let's hope it uncompresses the file now correctly. Otherwise, it's going to be hell to pay. Oh, come on, dude. Why? I have to check why is it doing that. Maybe just doing, well, it did something, but it's missing some information there. Okay, let me figure what is missing now. So it's channels, with bytes, samples, integer, key high, key low, high, low, key high, key low, high, low, root end starts, sample rate, then it skips this byte here. Yeah, now it's correct. Oh man! And nothing. That sucks. Now I have to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. That's just weird. Let me check one thing. Task manager. So let's see if it does load something to the memory. Let's load something, but very little. So it's not actually loading. Interesting. Start sample in destination buffer. Okay. I'm doing something wrong here. Number of samples. Okay, that's not this. Start destination sampling buffer. Number of samples. Okay, that's correct. Reader start sample. Interesting. It's saving correctly, but I don't know what's not loading now. Not loading, and I can see that it's not using the memory it should be using. Otherwise, it should be doing something different. Here, let's see. Because it should be doing this much larger. It's like nothing is being loaded. Let's see. Let's see what I'm doing wrong. Hmm. But I'm loading all the layers here. My reader's the FLAC one. That's the correct one. I'm just trying to understand a few things here, so I'm going to create some points of information. Let's say, I'm just going the lazy way and check what's being actually shown here. Mm-hmm. I don't actually. No, that's okay. Hmm. Sometimes the best way is to really check what's going on. Okay, let me check what happens here. Ah, let's see. So we have three layers. Layer 0, uh, layer 0 to two channels, that number of samples. That's not correct. Another layer, two channels, and it messes it up. So I'm doing something wrong here. Let me double check things out. Let me check again what I do. I write byte of the channels, then I write a mint for samples. Or maybe those unsigned char is not doing the correct thing. Key high, key low, key high, key low, root key. Key high, key low, key high, key low, root key. Loop end, loop start and sample rate. Then the byte. Okay. Wow, that's not me. My caps lock was on, so let me find the recipe. Synth stereo. Okay, it's correct. Another one. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Again. I'm trying to figure out if there are two layers correctly saved here on the file, otherwise that's what the file is so small, but it's not actually correctly saving stuff up. Jeez, that's going to take a while. That seems to be correct. Come on. I'm probably doing something not exactly correct here. Well, there is something wrong here. It's not good. Well, that's the sort of thing I was talking about. Can get stuck like forever. It's not good. You have three layers. Layer 0. Why 33? That's not correct. Layer 1. The channels. It's just giving me some incorrect information now. 3. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I think the problem. 1, 2. Samples. Loop start. Loop end. Root. Sample rate. Key low. Key high. That's all correct. Number of channels is correct. Okay. Looks like it's not loading anything at the right way. The layers, layer 0. The channels, samples. Layer 1, layer 2. That's strange. It's just very strange because it's like it's not doing it the right way. It's just bypassing. Okay, I can really delete this. Oh no 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 no. Read this thing. How can I read a bunch of bytes at once? I'm just going to try this one. It's going to be a bit crazy to do, but who cares? So now it's a boring part of understanding what's going wrong. Hmm. That's not good. Because what happens? Trying to understand why this call is not getting the correct information. And even so, it's another thing I'm not trying to understand. It's not showing me here the actual waveform. It should be showing. That's not good. I should be able to at least read the first one without much problems. Okay, it's loading something. This is the first zone, or the first layer. It looks correctly somehow. Now, what I have to understand, I'm trying to understand. Okay, it's possible that when reading the file, the juice code, the call is not change the file position, which is really going to be complicated. Now what? You know what? I'm going to try something here. Get position. Let's check if the code for reading the FLAC, the FLAC file, is changed the position of the Wusik pack file. What? Wait. 61700. Okay. It is changed the position, but why? Okay, let me check something here. Because it's load just one file and then it's just crapping up the whole thing. But one file is loaded. So let's check things out with this guy. How do I jump to position now? Let's check. Go to offset. What set are we looking for? 61700. 61700. So here's my. That's a bit odd. Something looks to be missing. But I have the K. Okay, check it again. Position. Oh, okay, of course. The, the S is up there somewhere here. Stars on K. F L A C. That's the K. Oh yes, okay, that's right. The position is totally correct. Now I have to see the end position. 524. 524 and 52 42 88. 52 42 88. So that's the end position. That's what it has loaded. And then you have all this whole mess here. And what is this mess? Now I have a problem. FLAC. FLAC. That's the first one. The second one, where is the offset here? 521. I forgot to put end here, but that's not problem. It's not or it's messing up. So let's see again. 524. 288. 54. Oh, the little bugger is reading more than it should. But why? Huh. Now much further. 24. Cool, it's going places, the guy. Huh. Okay. We have something. The little bugger is just reading more than it should. Why? I don't know. So we have to come up with something different. We should be able to just move backwards and then skip ahead. You got to love this stuff. Huh. That really sucks, guys. But I should be able to just figure something out. I guess I could try a small hack here, but I have to check if it's going to be reliable or not. What I'm going to do is this: get position, need to check first position and the offset. No, the offset is here, the end position. Now, could work. Go figure. Because we have the first flag at 61700, the segment is 521396. So let's actually check if the extra header is reading. It's something fixed in code somehow inside the juice code, because this is not a code I created, it's from the framework. And I don't know what's skipping all this data. Maybe it's the flag code that does that. So one way to find this is to create some sort of math here. So it's getting 524288, 524288, when it was supposed to be something else. It was supposed to be 521, 521, 396, 396. That's what it was supposed to be. So it's skipping ahead for some reason. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hack this little guy here. It's pref position equals file input. And now here I'm going to go set position is going to be pref position. So it's just a small ugly hack, but let's see what happens. Maybe the flag library is just skipping stuff out. Nah, didn't work. Okay. Prevalent position. Okay, we have the prevalent position. Set position. We have the overhead. Well, just in case my math is not in tune, we're just going to try with one and without one. Then I'm going to just do something else entirely. I'm going to put on a file the actual size that it should expect. It's just not loading correctly. Just let me check, maybe not. Otherwise, I would have to just change a bit how it's just loading one file. Strange, it should be loaded at least 2 files, if you really think about it. Huh. Oh, 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 of course. Hmm. That's not entirely correct here. I have to also subtract 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 24. That's correct. I forgot the header. Not 24, should be 25. Almost. Almost. Just let me open my file here again. And I'm going to go to the what should be. Okay. Should be up here. Here. So it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 25, not 24. Ah! It's still not working. It's 93. Ah, come on. I'm not going to lose an entire day for this. I'm just throwing random numbers now because I'm upset. uh, Otherwise, I'm going to start rethinking the whole thing. It's not incorrect if you think about it. 521372. 372, that's the right correct place. So 521372, and it's getting to have the that should be correct. 521372. I'm going to try that again. I'm just going to. Some people are going to scream, "Why don't you use the bug?" But I hate using the bug because this is a plugin and it's a bit a pain in the ass to write the debug information to it. So there you go. That's why I'm not using debug. It should be loading two sounds actually. Somehow it's loading just one. Okay, no, not that. I'm going to check where I'm ending up in the file position to see if this is the correct place to be. And I'm starting to think something else is going on entirely. Oh, I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? Wait a minute. I'm doing something wrong, yes. No, it's not that. Let me think. This is the offset I have here. Dude. Okay, I know what it is. I have my previous position. Now I have the new position here. Um, position equals get position. So I have to subtract now the offset. I don't even need this one. I don't need even the previous position. Equals minus the offset. And I just set the new position. Yeah, that should work out. Now it's correct. Sometimes I have to think better. Dude! That should teach me not to hack. Yeah, that's working more or less. But as you can see, the offset is not always the same. So that's what I was afraid about. Let's see the new position here. What's happening? Jesus. I knew something bad was going to happen. 5213. Let me check my little guy here. Let me open up. Yeah, let me open like this and just move out of the way. Some way I can see what I'm doing. Okay, go to 521. You guys understand that this I'm doing and trying to work with somebody else's code because I didn't create this code. 59676. This is before? What the heck, dude? Why going backwards? Do we need to use a longer number here? It's 4 bits? Why is it going backwards? That's a bit strange, but I think it's the casting problem. Yeah, but it's a very large number, and 32 bits not going to hold it. My fault. What the heck, dude? Why are you going backwards? That doesn't make any sense. That's going backwards. Oh boy. How to create a double number? I don't recall how to do that. Just going to create as a floating double number. But that should be doing the problem is doing. It's going backwards. It's almost like this is. Okay. Go to string position. Go to result. Was at. Let's check all the variables to see what's going on. Someone is messing up with the variables, or it's me, or just the flag code somehow. Go true, okay. Result, okay. Sound true. That's not good. It's really going backwards. Why? Going backwards. That's just strange. Oh, I think somewhere I'm doing some casting wrong. I know. I think it's here on the presets. Somewhere I'm doing something wrong that I'm pushing the file backwards because I'm using something in the wrong way. I'm pretty sure I can figure out what it is. Hmm. Hmm. That's just weird. Starting 61, okay. Then it goes out there. 521. Sound true, okay. Then the flag guy messes up with the stuff. It's I still don't understand it. I'm just going nuts now with checking where the thing is going backwards. In last case, I'm just going to take a look how the actual code for the FLAC library works. Look at the little bugger. Huh, why it's doing that? It totally went to the start of the file. Why it's doing that? Unless I'm doing something very wrong, usually it's the case. Where is it going? 65, 536. What is it doing there? Strange. I'm starting to think that I'm doing this the wrong way. Ah, probably my fault. And my fault alone. My dog is snoring. A bit funny. Okay. I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm pretty sure it's this guy here. Because I can't create several readers. I have to create just one. Okay, let's check things out. Hmm. Oh, whoa, that's not very nice. Why didn't you like that? It's just didn't like the creation of that. Okay, okay. I guess I have to do some serious shitty hacking here, but I don't see any other way. So if some other coder is looking, please don't scream at me. Because I know at the end of the flag file there is a big offset there. What I'm going to do, going to do is this. That's not going to work. Just going to return. I don't know why it's doing like that. I have to check what's the flag file is doing. There's no other way. You just have to go there. To really understand what the code is doing. Not the code. It's not something I created, so it annoys me that I have to actually go there and check. But sometimes you have to do that. That doesn't do much for me. Now, where is the thing? So, that's going to be very complicated. I'm starting to think that I should write to memory instead. I don't know if I can handle input stream from memory. Okay, let's go back a bit. For some reason, the code is messing up with my file. Okay. So what I'm going to do is check if I can load from memory instead. That should work better. Let me think. Let me check my options for the reader. Just one option. Okay, input stream. Can I create an input stream from something else? Input stream. Let me just remove all this area here. Okay. Input stream. Input stream memory input stream. Ha! That's the one I want. X input memory block input stream data size. I can use a memory block for this. So let's use a memory block. The only problem now is that I don't know the size of the flag. But I have some sort of solution. Jesus. Okay, let's go back to the saving process. Just one thing here. I'm going to put a charger for my cell phone. So I have to do things in a different way. I have to write the flag to memory, not direct to disk. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to know the size of it, because the flag compresses the information. So here, well, first things, let's create a memory block. Memory block x flags data to be empty, and memory output stream writes data to an internal memory buffer. Yeah, that's the one I want. Memory block x flag data doesn't append, just replaces. Memory output stream x flag out stream. In here I'm going to create a new code. Where is it? Here. Whew. Flag audio x flag out stream. Didn't like that. Oh, so bad for you. Output stream. Memory output stream. Seems right true. Oh yes, of course, this one. Okay, it's writing to memory now. My memory blocks. So now I'm going to write from oh no. It's not what I want. It's this one. Now I have to write to the file output. Write memory block. Is there such option? No, but there's a write x flag data get data x flag data size bytes. That should work. And flash. So now I have this, but I need the size so I can actually load that before anything else. So I'm going to use file out write int64 size, because it can be a very large number. And there's another problem that I'm overlooking, and is this guy here. The number of samples should be a 64-bit variable too. Otherwise it can be problematic. And the sample and the loop end show. I forgot about that. So you see a lot of things you have to worry about and think about it. And because you can have a lot of samples in a file, and then it's going to overload the variable. But 32 bits is a very big number, so maybe I'm just overthinking. But anyway, I'm just going to do that. It's more correct. So now I should have the size of the flag and then the flag. I don't know if you guys say flag or whatever. Oof. Okay, that should do it. So let's see if writes now the correct file. It's the same size, just a bit larger. Then I'm going to redo the coding area. So 3 samples I saved the last time. It's saving now. Took I think just a bit extra timing. It's just a bit larger file because I'm adding extra information to the file. Not a big deal. So now I should be able to load it up correctly. I just have to be careful with a few things out. The number of samples int 64, with int 64, and the loop end and loop start is also 64, 64, 64, 64. Okay, I think that's it. All the 64 guys. Okay, and I have the size of the sample. So now int x flag size equals file input. Okay, now I can load to memory. So I have a memory block here. Memory blocks flex memory, and I need to create an input memory. Flag string is the same thing. A memory block flex memory. Keep internal copy of data. What's that? That's false. Let me see here on the other guy here. Okay. Welcome back. Nice to see you here. I'm just glad that you guys are enjoying this, although it's a lot of technical coding stuff, but well, that's the idea of things. So I'm going to create a memory block. Oh, Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. I have to charge my little device here. Ah, my little small speaker ran out of juice. Why my Intel graphics panel is loading? Oh, crap. I pressed some sort of keys that made it open. Memory block. Okay, I have my memory block. And the memory input stream. And now I'm going to load file input. Load. No, what I'm going to read. Read. Write. Input. Read. Oh, it's read. Is read. Actually, I don't need these, I think. This is the last thing I'm going to do, but yes, the last thing I'm going to do is read to flag memory, get data, and the size, flag size. And I have to create here this guy, flag size. Now I'm going to read all the information from the size I already had from before, and now I'm going to read the actual flag information. So here we go. Instead of file input, I'm going to use this one. But it's not doing so well. Input stream, memory input stream. It doesn't support. Oh, okay, I know. This. Come on, dude! Yeah, very good today. The internet's finally good. Okay, that should do it. Now I'm reading to memories each sound, not the entire selection of sounds, so it's not using a lot of memory, unless there's a very large sound, but usually it's not going to work. Still failed. Okay, let's check things out here. Oh, here, 64. Yeah, I complained so much that they end up having to fix it. I called it a lot of times. Okay. But 32 bits is a large number, so let's require 64 bits. I don't know. Let me just leave somehow. Okay. I'm not complaining. Oh, of course. Okay, let me double check. Did I create a sample game? Oh, I didn't create a sample game. Oh, of course, that's why it's not working. No, I did create it. Huh, I did create it. So let me just double check here. S K, and then it writes the data and the data size. Okay, that's correct. Now here below, K is here and sounds. Read in. I need to remove this to check how many sounds is actually loading. Because maybe it is loading more sounds. Just messing it up somewhere else. I put read. Well, that seems about right. How do I write something? Oh, computer. I'm trying to write something here on the chat window, but it doesn't work. No, I don't want to do that. How do I write? Oh, here. Okay, let me check. Where am I? Oh, here. Okay, it should be doing something now. Oh, it's loading all the samples. Oh, okay, nice. There's a lot of them. All the other layers is messing up, so it's from one layer to the other that I did something wrong. So I'm going to check that. Because we have layers here. Ah, I see. I see. I see. I have to go back one position here when I end up reading all the samples. But or I just could just go like this. I just could ignore that because there's no need to really check that. And it's going to load all the samples correctly. Well, I think that should do it. Yeah, juice is very expensive. This version here I'm using is very old. But I do plan on upgrading and start paying monthly for them. So I should be able to use soon the new stuff out. Oh, forget it. I need the while. Idioto. Need to go like this while. Hmm. just that when it breaks up down here, I have to move. I have to go like this. Then it's going to load all the layers. To be honest, this is stupid. We don't need this. Because it's already set up. This is my full-time job. My wife works in a company and I work with this. And since I'm in Brazil, the cost of living here is much lower compared to other countries, so I get by. But I don't make a lot of money from this. Just enough. Very are curious about it. Guys, it looks like it's working. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to load my on my machine here so you can test if the samples are correctly. If the sample starts and other things like that are all correct. So I'm waiting for it to load. Oh, it's not going to load because I forgot to run the FX teleport. Let me load here. What is here? Where's my mouse? Alright, I have to check. It's not running. Okay, just a minute. I think the IP of my computer has changed. Okay, it runs. Let's try to load it up. Now, how do I find the keyboard? Okay, he has loaded all the sample information, loop start, loop end, all correctly. Wow! We have a winner! Let me close this here up. Okay! Thanks, guys. I'm sure trying to do my best here. Now I'm going to clean up a bit the code. That was crazy, but we got it. I'm pretty sure there are other ways to do what I have done, but who knows. The first thing I'm going to do now is create a backup. I'm just going to do a backup of my files here before anything else, because you know, I always do a copy of your stuff. So after I do that, I'm going to clean up the code, and I have to test this on a Mac computer to check if it's going to work on a Mac computer. That's Other thing I have to just test. Where is my folder, you crazy guy? Huh? Windows can be a pain in the ass sometimes. I have to read some place and never mind. This disk doing here? Huh? There's a new option on Windows 8 that I didn't even know you could do that. You can create device. Oh, it's my cell phone. I didn't see that my cell phone was connected to the computer. Silly me. Anyway, let me do the backup now. Check if doing the backup the right way. Today is the 28th. A lot of files. Man, 3 hours of streaming. Give it to me, guys. It's dark outside here. Thanks, guys. It really means to me. At least I'm trying to do my best. Some people complain about me, but hey, I'm just human. Okay, let me close this up. Then let me upload my backup of the today. I'm still doing a little bit of changing on the computer. Like there's some stuff I have to install. The Mac sites I still have to set up the files in the right way, but it's doing pretty well. So guys, I'm going to eat my dinner now, and if I have time, I'm going to come back later in like an hour from now to do some cleanup on the code and test on the Mac side. Be sure it's working. So we talk again later, okay? Yeah, you can change the location of the data files without a problem. It's just going to ask you when you start up again. It's going to say, well, where is the data folder? And you just point out it's not going to be a problem. And with the new pack file, you just it just copies to memory and even saves to the data folder. I have to add an option to actually export to the data folder to the new files. But I don't think I'm going to add this option because you just can go after you load the Wusik pack file. You can just go there and say I'm going to export the files, and you just export the files there. So it's not a problem. So we talk again probably in an hour or so. I don't know how this works. I just stop the stream or just keep streaming. I don't know how this works. So if you guys could be so kind to tell me what is the best. I think I just stop the stream. Otherwise, it's going. Yes, with the new Wusik pack file, you don't have to worry about the samples. And if on your friend's computer you have the data folder with the sound sets in the presets in the same places, it's not a problem. You can have the data folder in several places, and it's not a problem. So okay, I'm stopping now, so I can eat. I have to do some other things around the house too. That's my chores, and I have to walk with the dog later too. So I will try to come back later, but if I don't, we'll see you again tomorrow. But I should be able to come back later because I have to work more today. So we'll see you again sometime later or tomorrow, okay? And it's probably going to be that when I come back, you guys also have to do other stuff. So that's no problem. So see you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you guys for supporting me and helping me with ideas and stuff like that. See you guys later. See ya.